guys, how you doing? Coaching for the Soul, Thursdays at 3 has begun. If you're watching this live, hey, what's up? If you're watching this on my YouTube channel, please subscribe to the channel. Please like the videos. And please leave a comment, even if it's just hi Bill or an emoji, because YouTube will use the algorithms to grow the channel, which has been kind of cool. So, yeah. So, check it out, see what's going on. I am doing inflation busting readings, okay? Spirit gave me this 2 days ago that I needed to lower my prices so that everybody can afford, most people can afford, to do a half an hour reading. So now half hour readings are $65 instead of $125, okay? And hours are $105, so they're $50 off. So billhobart.com if you're interested in that, because it's gonna get really wavy right now. So if you're freaking out, if you wanna know what's going on, book a reading, billhobart.com, okay? Let's fill up the schedule. Hey Nancy, how's it going? And what else? Memberships are still around. Still got 4 spaces open if you're interested in that. If you want to have a group, a good tribe of people that you can relate to, check it out. It's on my website, billhobart.com. Not that expensive. Comes down, like in some instances, it's $45 an hour for readings for 12 months. So it's not too bad. It's not too bad at all. So check that out too. And we'll see who pops on here. Yeah, we'll see. It's a cold day in Detroit. It's gonna snow. I think tomorrow, but it's gonna rain tonight and snow tomorrow and Saturday, I think, or something like that. So winter's back just for a couple days, and then we get out of that after St. Patrick's Day, and the end of March shows up. This month is flying, so it's pretty awesome. Pretty awesome, pretty awesome, pretty awesome. So if you come into the room, say hello. Hey Pat, what's going on? What else? Mercury retrograde continues, everybody, till the 20th. Hey Sarah. And then we have a 10-day window, a shadow after that, but energy wanes every day, okay? The higher your vibration, the less it bothers you, okay? So understand that the whole world goes through this. And that energy connects to us in a way that, hey Diane, that we don't know why unless we know why. And it's Mercury retrograde, 3 times a year. Hey Josephine, understand everybody that it comes 3 times a year so that whatever we didn't get clean of comes back again, okay? And I can just tell you, hang on, I gotta shut the air purifier off, it makes me cough when I'm so close. This is how I know that I'm gonna move. First the chimes, right? Knocked them off. There's only 1 chime left with the round circle that kind of hits it. And they're pretty active with just 1 chime, right? So my car had been messing up. So I took it to the dealership, and it was gonna be like $1,000. And I'm like, okay, wow, that's a lot of money. Well, you know who. What? Okay, once we find out what it is, we'll do as little as possible to get it back to being okay. And I went, oh, you know, gosh, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? Hey, Paula. And I kind of freaked out a little bit. Again, it's Mercury retrograde, right? And all of us do, with something, right? Well, for me, it's that. And so, like I said, took it to the dealership. They diagnosed it. There was 3 different things. Hey, Alexis, it was gonna be like $1,000, might be more than $1,000. So when I talked to my person there, she was like, you know what I would do? I would just do this. Hey, Lisa. Hey, Sherry. I would just do this one thing at the bottom for like $200 some. Like, okay, cool. Okay. And she was like, how long are you gonna keep your car? Hey, Diane, how long are you gonna keep your car? I said, well, you know, when I move, I'm not gonna take it. And she's like, okay. I'm like, why did you ask me that? She goes, I don't know. I just had this feeling I needed to ask how long you're going to keep your car. And I went, Chimes first. Now the car. So it cost me with the diagnosis, it cost me $400, right? And the even bigger lesson in this, because it happens all the time. You guys know this. I tell you guys all the time how I need money and then it shows up. Well, the same day I picked up my car, I have a person in Chicago who buys 4 readings at a time. And she just keeps them in there so that whenever she has to call me, she can call me. Kind of like a psychic on duty, right? On retainer. And she got 4 more readings for $500. Okay. Right? So it taught me another lesson about Mercury retrograde, right? For all of us. If you allow them to take care of you, if you allow them, I got to get something out of the oven, guys, really quick. If you allow them to take care of you, and if you allow them to absolutely bring you what you need, you will absolutely be taken care of 100%. Sorry, guys. I made brownies without paying attention to the time. So I'm like, oh my God, oh my God, oh my God. So just what it is. Hey, Debbie. So I had this conversation with a friend who's in the memberships today. He's a chiropractor in Chicago, and his business is down, as is everybody's, right? I mean, everybody's business is down. Hey, Vicky. Just because of fear, right? What's that little vein doing right there? So I had the conversation with him about during Mercury retrograde, the more that I know, Sarah, right? Can't burn the brownies. To really get into the place of no fear, or as little fear as possible, okay? Allow your spirit guide to take care of you. They will always do, that's their job, right? I don't even have to ask anymore because I know it's going to come. Chimes, see? Because I truly believe, I absolutely trust the fact that they've got me every time. They've proven this to me. Hey, Vincent, what's going on, brother? It is amazing and it blows my mind sometimes because it just works out. It just works out. And if you are looking for answers, how can they guide you? Like I have people that I talk to and they're like, well, Bill, I need to find, no, you don't. And you know they're going to take what Spirit says to them and a grain of salt. They're not really going to believe it until it comes true. But only when they relax and allow it to happen. Honestly, there's a lovely woman who's in my membership that talked to her this morning, and she is an Aries. And she's gonna and she absolutely, her and I are so much alike, it's crazy, right? And there's a lot of people in membership that I'm very much like because of our energy. And everything is gonna happen for her like it's supposed to happen. And we're supposed to talk for 15 minutes, we talk for half an hour or so. Because Spirit was like, well, we got to talk to her sooner because 50 minutes isn't enough time to tell her what we got to tell her. But everything works out if we allow it to. The person in Chicago, right? Girlfriend's going to be in California at her daughter's house for a week, for about 10 days. Well, he thought, well, my business is down, I probably need to work. Till finally, he got the message from his guides. What are you doing? Go be with your girlfriend at her sister's, at her daughter's house in, Angela, in California. You're fine. You're going for 5 days. Go. So he made his reservation on the airplane. James. Because like, you know what? The 5 days, I don't have anything scheduled at the moment. It's in 2 weeks. He's a chiropractor. Extremely busy. I mean, a really good chiropractor. But Spirit didn't book him anything that time. Why? Because he's supposed to go to California, and he got the message. He doesn't know how he got the message. But yeah, you know what? I decided, blah, 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 blah. And I told him this morning, you didn't decide anything. You didn't decide anything at all. Soul journey. You signed the soul contract when you came to Earth. And for all of us that are over the age of 40 or 45 or 50, right? We've already done our junk in the first chapters of our lives. The next chapter of our life is to allow. It's to be. And understand that they will guide you if you let them. But most people don't let them because their ego's still rolling around. You got to tuck back your ego, guys. You got to. Especially now, it is going to be a effing mess. I'm telling you straight up, guys, it's going to be a cluster F. Big time. And everybody, I know, and everybody's going to be in fear. I don't want you to be in fear. Do not be in fear. Okay? Simply because it doesn't serve you. This much fear is fine. Maybe a quarter inch, half an inch, fine. But you can't have this much fear. You can't. Because you are going to absolutely turn yourself into a crouching, couch-ridden human being because of all the things that are happening outside. The country is crumbling. It's crumbling. It's supposed to crumble. That's why he's here for the second time around. He didn't do it the first time. He started it, but he had some boundaries then from people that were in the administration, right? Here there is no boundaries. They don't compute. They don't get it. They don't care. That's why he chose them. Okay? So that all ties into Mercury retrograde, right? I mean, the war started in Mercury retrograde. Of course it did. It's communication. And understanding that Mercury, the planet of communication, baby, that's everything. That's the way that you smile. That's the way that you don't smile. That's your energy, your aura that you take into the building, that you take into your life. It is what you say. It's what you post online. It is what you do in conversations with people. All of that is your communication. You saying nothing and having a look on your face. Communication. Nonverbal communication. Okay? So it's pretty encompassing if you really think about how we communicate to people, but what we put out to the universe, what we put out to the world. That's what Mercury retrograde comes 3 times a year, because it's every facet of your life. It's everything. It's everything. It's everything. Now, on the 10th of this month, 2 days ago, this is the 12th, Jupiter went forward after 5 months in retrograde. Why do I clap? It's in freaking Cancer. Jupiter is the planet of expansion, of bringing you what you want. Ask for it, baby. It's now's the time to ask for it. If you didn't ask for it back in the last 5 months, ask for it now. Because everything in your channel that was coming to you was stopped. It's the largest planet in our solar system. It's huge. And the energy that it sends to the earth is plenty. Having plenty. Everything is good. Everything is fabulous. What I want comes to me. What I want is mine already. Chimes. My one little chime. Now's the time, everybody, to counteract that BS that's outside our door. Don't watch it on TV. Don't even watch it on YouTube. Anything that comes up on my Facebook feed that is that junk, I exit out. Nope. And last night I must have done 15 in a row. Just because the algorithm from Meta is setting it to everybody like that. Because they want to keep us in fear. But we're smarter than them. And we all have to hold that to ourselves so that you can be the light for other people. and I was watching something the other day on YouTube about just that, is that, and Spirit has said this for years, and I've told you guys this. They need us to be here for all the people that are looking for us now. I'm sorry, Daisy. They don't understand why they feel the way that they feel. They don't understand how they're having lucid dreams. They don't understand why they're having dreams about their past. They don't understand the flipping of pictures in their minds, right? They don't understand that. Even when they're just sitting in a chair, just chilling. Kind of like bland thinking, not even thinking. Because that's when it happens when you're awake. And they don't get it. That's your job, is to tell them what it is. And so many people are like, Bill, I don't know. Yes, you do know. It's already been uploaded into your body, into your head. If the left side of your head starts to tingle, activation. If you get this, the winces, which is tingles, or whatever you want to call it, again, that's confirmation of what you just channeled. If your crown chakra lights up, that's even better. Hey Heidi, what's going on? Even better. See? So all these sensory things can lead you to greatness without having a voice in your head. There's so much more other than, Bill, I want to be clairvoyant. Do you really? Why? You have everything inside of you. If you pay attention, why is my heart getting big? Why is it fluttering? Well, it's fluttering because you're excited. Because for some reason, that just happened, your body, your spiritual self understands that. When your head lights up, you get the chills, right? All those things are symptoms, let's say, of recognition, soul recognition, situation recognition. Because you will tell people when they come to you, because they will, I'm telling you, they will, and you will be instantaneously saying something to them that you don't know where it came from, because you're all connected to your spirit guides and guardian angels. Trust me, it's true. And you will be so surprised when it comes out of your mouth for the first time. You're like, Bill, where'd that come from? Well, because you're connected. Well, they don't say anything to me. They don't need to say anything. They control you. Your destiny, they're going to take you there no matter what. If you're kicking and screaming, they don't care. Are you going to dig your heels in? Well, good luck with that. They'll just pick you up and take you. Vincent just got chills. Yeah. See, you're going there no matter what. Plain and simple. So why not make it a comfortable transformation? Hence why I took readings to $65 for a half hour and 60 minutes to $105. Because everybody is questioning and they don't understand it. So I'm doing that to do my part because things are tough. Prices are extremely high. It's crazy how much grocery stores. It's crazy. It's only going to get worse. Just like gas. Okay? But for our spiritual self, we need to know that's going on. Don't put your head in the sand. Understanding that you have the power to overcome that. You have the power to tell other people when they ask you what to do. Or they're just in conversation. You know, it's very easy to do. Even if you're shy. Even if you're shy. Because it'll come out of your mouth. It'll sit right here and it'll come up your throat and you'll be like, oh yeah, blah, 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 blah. And you'll be like, holy sheesh, where did that come from? Hey, Audrey. Yeah. You're all going to give messages to people. Because I know, my head just lit up again. Because they're going to see your light. They're going to see your aura. They're going to understand that my friend, Barbara, listens to Bill or somebody else. It doesn't really matter who it is, right? But she talks about this all the time. I'm going to go and ask her exactly what's going on. Hey, Dr. Jenny. Just in a conversation on the phone or on FaceTime or whatever it might be. That's what's going on now. And Jupiter's a huge part of that. For 5 months, we were stuck. The channel was blocked. Well, guess what, baby? That channel is open now. It's open. So everything that you asked for, that you wanted, that you didn't get from last October, is coming now. Chimes. Things you asked for a year ago, coming now. Because Jupiter retrograde, I believe, only goes retrograde once a year. For 5 months. Okay? And what's coming up next? Pisces and Aries have all but 2 planets, 2, in them. We have Pluto in Aquarius, which is air. We have Uranus in Virgo? They're Taurus. An earth sign. They're the only 2 planets that are not in Pisces and Aries. In the next 2 weeks, there'll be 7 planets in Aries, guys. 7 planets. Hasn't happened in 4,000 years. It hasn't happened, this between Pisces, the water sign, and Aries, the fire sign, hasn't happened in over 4,000 years. Total change. Total change. You're going to see things that blow your mind. You're also going to see things that you go, how could that happen? But the coolness will override what you see that hurts your feelings. That makes you go, how could that happen? Okay? And it's supposed to happen. Aries is new energy. It is new fire. It throws around energy like a child who doesn't know the boundaries, who doesn't know. It will say what it wants to say. It will do what it wants to do, and it will burn off the energy of anything, any planet that has any type of negative energy around it. It's going to burn it off. It's going to burn it off. So between Pisces and Aries, water and fire, what does water do to fire? Puts it out. What does fire do to water? Nothing. Nothing. Pisces is the last zodiac sign in the zodiac wheel. It's the end, the ending. Aries is brand new. Hey, Carol. That's why, though, I know. That's why with all those planets in new beginnings, with fire, man, they're kicking my butt right now. Holy cannoli. I get it. Oh my gosh. They keep sending me waves of energy. Okay. Because it's something, now my right side's going nuts. They want us to understand this. They want us to understand this. You can't not see it. You cannot see it. You have to see it. Because what it's going to do is it's going to elevate your vibration. It's going to bring you up to a place where you never thought you would be. Just by knowing what that is, that it's constant change. It's constant change. All 7 planets are in Aries sometime in the next 2 weeks, 3 weeks. Massive change, new beginnings. Yeah. You're going to change. Because I guarantee you felt Jupiter going forward. I know I did. It's like, hallelujah. And this is what I don't like about my guides, but I know why they do it. They don't tell me about the astrology stuff. They don't tell me about I know about Mercury retrograde, but I forget about, because it happens 3 times a year, right? I forget about Saturn retrograde and Mars retrograde and Pluto and Jupiter retrograde. All those, I forget about those because they only happen once a year. Mercury retrograde reminds us, and it's such a big thing, right? Because it affects everybody. Everybody. So when I realized that it was the 10th, that 3 days before, why everything wasn't happening before for the last 4.5, 5 months, I got it. Like, Oh, so that's why my business is down. That's why this is going on. That's why this. Yeah. See? Makes sense. Makes sense. You can know this much about astrology and get it. It's just about learning what the planets mean. You know? And then when they're in your birth chart, they're in your birth chart, which they are, they're somewhere, right? Which house are they in? That's what they affect. But with Jupiter going forward, everything matters. Be ready to receive. Be ready to receive. And I will say this. Are you willing to accept it? A lot of people will say yes. A lot of people will say yes, but they're not prepared. And I will go on further with this. Thank you, Spirit. I was watching a video today, and they were talking about wealth and how these two men are wealthy. Okay, one is on YouTube. He does podcasts and things. His name is Lewis. I forget his last name. And he was talking to another guy and they know each other. They were talking about when you get wealthy, how do you act? Do you constrict? Because you want to be the same old Joe? Or do you buy the car that you want? Do you buy the house that you want? Buy the clothes that you want? But when you do that, your family changes. Oh, look at Mr. Big Stuff. Look at Miss Big Stuff. Look at how you really got that car. Why would you spend $100,000 on that car? Why would you buy that plane? Why would you buy that jet? That's crazy. What do you do with that jet? Because they're not in the mindset. Okay? Why would you buy a house on Maui, on the Pacific Ocean, blah, 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 blah. Everything changes. You change. Or do you not change? Do you try to keep it under wraps? Do you try not to spend any money? Do you try not to move houses? Do you not want? Why would you do that? If the universe blesses you with your ancient money, which is coming for all of us, why would you not want to spend it? At least some of it. But that was the conundrum that those two men were talking about. That when the one gentleman got wealthy through his work and things like that, his father was disgusted that he bought him a McLaren for $100,000, $135,000, $140,000 car. And his wife wouldn't go to the gym with him in that car. She drove her car to the gym because she didn't want people to think that they were rich. She didn't like the fact that they had money and that people are gonna think that we're rich and we want to flaunt it. Survival. That survival kicks in, right? I don't want to have something because back in the day, they stole it from you. If you had a castle and it was furnished and you had nice stuff, trust me, the peasants were going to knock you off and take your stuff. Guaranteed, if they could. That's why they built moats. Can't get across the bridge. If the bridge is up, what, you swim across it with alligators in it? I don't think so. That's why. So think about that. Are you going to put yourself on an island that you don't know anybody? You can do what you want to do. You can change your life. Well, eventually your life comes up and nips you in the butt if you haven't done your work. It's coming, guys. It's coming. Now's the time for all of us to think about that. What comes with the wealth? What comes with it? Your survival is done unless you take it with you. Hopefully you don't. Hopefully you don't. Because those are characteristics in third dimension which are embraced and intensified in 3D. If you're watching Coaching for the Soul, guys, you ain't in 3D. I will guarantee you that. You're either in 4 or 5. Most of you are upper 4, lower 5. The wealth is coming. What will you do with it? What will you do? What will you do with it? See? It's up to you. Which way do you go? And some people will say, Bill, I'm right in the middle. Okay, cool. But that means there's fear involved. That means your survival instinct is still kicking in. No. That's 3D. That's 3D. So you'll attract those 3Ders who don't understand or who want. You should give me some. You should give me some. You should give me some. The people in upper 4 and 5 are thankful that you have it. Believe that you're blessed because you have it, because I'm going to get mine too. Because it's coming. I'm telling you guys, it's coming. By 2030, there's going to be a lot of people who've got theirs, who have received theirs. If you're doing your work. If you're just being. Mind clear, energy clear, just being. Doing your job, going to work, whatever you got to do, right? But not being in fear. Allowing them to lead you and to bring you what you're supposed to have right now or in the future. But so many people, trust me, discount what they're told. They discount what they feel. They discount the videos that they get on YouTube. They discount everything because Bill, I just don't feel it. Because you're covered in negative third dimensional energy. And that is what they're trying to clear. But I know people who hold that and refuse to give it up because they're afraid. They're afraid. Bill, if I work on this, 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 Bill, if it works up. What are you doing? Let them lead you. You got to believe, guys. You got to believe. The only person that you're working against is yourself. Plain and simple. Am I one of those guys who, I did that I've been doing this quit my job in 2014. So it's been 12 years ago, which you can't believe it's been 12 years that I quit my job. I mean, I can't believe that ever worked, right? Not like that, right? Such a different person. Even 2018, when they told me about Maui and Lee and I found the house, and it's a 3 in numerology, and I live at 3369, but 369 is, if you don't know what it is, look it up, Google it. 369. It is the key to everything. The key to everything. You're the alchemist. Use it to your advantage. But you got to believe that it's yours. You have to believe that you deserve it. And I'll never forget, 13 years old, my mother pulling me aside on one of, probably a sunny Saturday or sunny summer day, whatever. Why do you think you deserve, Billy? Why do you think you deserve? Because I was a little pisser, right? Well, why wouldn't I deserve, Mom? I don't understand. Why would I not deserve? Because, honey, the world doesn't work like that. Well, why not? It should work like that. I deserve to have money. I deserve to have a nice house. I deserve to have a good partner. I deserve, Mom. I deserve. Honey, the world doesn't work like that, and I just want to warn you that you're probably not going to get it. That's my mom. That worked on me for a really long time. Even after I quit my job. Right? Secure. Till finally, the pandemic happened in 2020. Changed everything. Lee and I breaking up 2 years ago, January. Changed everything. So if you are not willing to change, they'll change it for you. Soul journey. They'll do it for you. And I don't want you to be surprised at that. It's going to suck. It's going to be absolutely being distraught, being on your couch with your emotions just rolling out of you because you haven't allowed yourself to heal from this lifetime, past lives too, but this lifetime. It's all about healing. It's all about us going into the future of 2026 and beyond Because, baby, you're going no matter what, and they'll pull you by your friggin' hair if they have to. They'll pick you up and carry you and drop you down on that couch, and you'll be on that couch for a month wondering, why do I feel so bad, Bill? Why do I feel so bad? Because you wouldn't let them lead you properly. They have to give you all their stuff inside of you to make you lay on the couch. My mother always told us, if your kids don't take time, because you're working all the time, don't take time for yourself and have fun, they'll put you on that couch. Because you're all going to be exhausted. Because we had a father that worked all the time. Was very good at what he did. He was an executive with Consumers Energy in Jackson, in my hometown. And my dad was never sick. If he had a cold, he'd come home, sit in his chair, fall asleep for 4 or 5 hours, and have dinner, go back to work the next day. He was completely fine the next day. Or so he seemed. See? My mom never got sick. I never got sick. She refused to be sick. And that was my mom, the tenacity of my mother, right? So now, guess what? I know people that are in their emotions and their feelings, and they don't understand why. Have no clue why, Bill. I don't understand, Bill. I can't even focus on anything. Everything just doesn't work for me. I'm emotional, and I don't like people, and no one's coming to my rescue, because no one's going to. They're your people. They're your people. And as long as we know that and we use them to our advantage, James, because they know our soul journey, we do not. Our soul does, which is our spine, right? Where all our chakras are at. That's why there's some people now who are getting into 5D that can't do third dimensional meditations anymore. It doesn't work for them. What is cool about that is I'm one of those people. Until last week. All of a sudden, I have 5 new Steve Nobel meditations on my YouTube feed every other day. Okay, I do 1 or 2, and I go, holy cannoli, what is that about? I actually felt that. Bingo. Because they're bringing me the meditations that I need to clear my energy so that I continue to move forward in a happy way. Because I know what's coming by the end of June. Because July is a huge month for effery. It's the end. I'm telling you, July is going to be a month of endings for a lot of things, if you know what I mean. Is it going to be good between now and then? No. For me, it's going to. For you, it's going to, if you believe it. If you don't work against yourself. If you actually are speaking to your guides, if you are allowing them to bring you meditations on YouTube, if you have a YouTube feed, which you should have, right? Or on TikTok, or on Facebook, or on Twitter, Instagram. All of those are energy as well as they are energy. Let them lead you. Your life will be so much better. Trust me, it will be so much better. And you move in a way that is higher dimensional, and you move much faster. Can you believe it's the 12th of March already? Spirit has said this before. 2025, 2026 is, well, 2025 is going to move at 1,000 times quantum energy. 26, more than 1,000 times quantum energy. Why are the days going so fast? So you don't have time to pay attention to the bullshit outside. Unless you're putting yourself in that vision of doing it. You can't change it. You can't do anything about it. Why are you feeling bad about it? You can't change any of that. It's what you feel inside, and that has, I know. It's none of your business. It's none of your business what's going on with other people. It's none of your business what's going on in the world. It's none of your business because you can't change it. The planet's soul journey is what it is. Is it all coming to an end? We talked about this 1.5 years, 2 years ago. That all the dictators will be gone except for China by 2030. Looks like it's happening. They're dropping like frickin' flies. We're kind of part of that, illegally. But they don't care how that happens, right? They don't care. However it works, it actually works. And all of us that are focusing on those things and feeling that sorrow and that anger and that place of WTF, why are you punishing yourself? Why? Can't change it. You can use your voice, yes. Who's listening? Them. It's not their job to get you out of it. It's their job to lead you after it. Because if you're involved in that thinking, you're 3D. It's a third dimensional war. And it's brutal. It's disgusting. It is disgusting. There's no rule of law anymore. For a reason. So that something can come in and take that stuff away. It's going to. Possibly by July. See? So Jupiter going forward in Cancer, July, end of June, beginning of, and then 15 days into 15, 16, 17 days in July. And then Leo comes in. And guess where Jupiter goes? Into Leo. Fire. The top of the heap. Mufasa. On the top of that cliff overlooking the jungle. And changing things. Boom, boom. With Jupiter expanding that. But also expanding our world, Spirit says. It's not just our third dimensional world anymore. It's not. You're going to see big bursts of everything. And that's where the ETs come in. Chimes. Hey, Marcia. Yeah. Again, they have to have that window, right? That space, that window of in between the cluster, us crashing and crumbling inside of ourselves, in America for sure, okay? But also as we are in this energy of new beginnings and fresh new starts and all this energy for the leaders of the future. That's why you're going through your stuff now. Others aren't. They're not. My sister's going through it, which is kind of cool and amazing, but she just started. But she's going really fast through it, which is awesome. After her husband died 3 years ago, right? Again, an ending for a new beginning. That's what happens. And again, you can't stop somebody from dying. It's impossible. You can't will them alive, because soul journey. Supposed to pass what's supposed to pass. Brand new life after that. For all of us. For all of us. That is what is so awesome about knowing and allowing your spirit guides to help you. If you're looking for immediate help, not gonna happen. You are the cruise director of your cruise. Julie, the cruise director from Love Boat. Hey, Adrian. Honestly, are you in charge of being the cruise director? Yeah, because they're going to lead you into what you need to do next, if you allow them to. If you don't allow yourself to do that, they won't sink your boat. They'll just stop your boat from going forward. And then you have a choice. Okay, what do I need to do to raise my vibration to the point where I can be led? And that's all about releasing energy that no longer serves. Hi, Carol. We're releasing energy that no longer serves. Releasing friends that no longer serve. I know people that refuse to let people go. They're so tied to them, and they are amazing human beings that are connected deeply with spirit. And they absolutely cannot let these people go that no longer serve them. And they don't understand how come they don't treat them like they used to. They're not supposed to. It's kind of like male elephants, let's say, right? The tribe pushes the male elephants out. You can't be around the children. You got to go because, no, you can't do that. They're not loving and caring like mom, grandma, aunts, not sisters. They're not. So they got to go. Mating time, you can come back. But you know what? You're not allowed here. They push them away. That's what they do. They try to push them away, but you're like, oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. Oh, no, 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 no. And then you are in this energy of why? Because they don't have anything in common with you anymore. Because they're trying to get you to ascend, but you're choosing not to by focusing on why don't they like me anymore. That's something that you have to go through of understanding and healing that part of yourself that I'm not living off their love, but I am now. Codependency. See? When that stuff starts to happen, you have a whole avenue, a whole brand new place of understanding if you allow it to happen. And if you choose not to because of ego, eventually you'll have a conversation with ego or just God or whoever you want to talk to, right? But I would direct it towards your ego. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. I understand why they're not my friends anymore. They don't want to hang out with me anymore. I get it. We have nothing in common anymore. Because I'm supposed to rise into my new vibration. Only I'm tied to third dimension. And wanting to stay right here where everybody accepts me. Well, they'll accept you much better in 5D than they will in 3D. But I've been with these people for 30 years. That's the problem. It's for all of us, guys. For all of us. And it's going to come this year. Trust me, baby. It's going to come this year. Where you're challenged. Your family, same thing. Challenged. Because they're not going with you up this way. Eventually they'll get there. But they're not going with you at the same pace. Because you're watching Coaching for the Soul. Or whoever else on YouTube that has given you guidance. Again, the meditations of higher dimensional energy, right? 5D meditations. Advanced meditations, whatever you want to call them. See? Because they'll bring them to you if you let them. But if you're questioning all the time, if it's true or not, when you see 3 or 4 at a time, they kind of overwhelm you with it so you get the freaking message, right? So you don't need that anymore. That's what that's about. They're trying to get you to get on the freaking train, will you? Only ego makes us, well, you know what? How do I know that? What if I don't want to go on the train? What happens when I drive on the train? I can't get off the train. And, well, do I really know? Do I really know? Do I really know? You're not supposed to know. You got to believe and trust the fact that your spirit guides, your guardian angels, the universe has your freaking back. I could be the poster child for that stuff. Yeah, is it right? Is it true? Is it right? Is it true? Till finally they cracked me in the freaking head and said, okay, nothing. Nothing. They went away for 2.5 weeks. Nothing. I went, okay, I get it. I understand this. I understand. I will try my best to follow. Then the pandemic hit. Real consequences, right? Again, everybody's home. They're working from home. They're schooling from home. Everything is shut down. Wearing masks, wiping off our food because we don't know how it could get contaminated. I mean, I've had COVID twice. And the last time, oh my effing God, it was at my brother-in-law's funeral 3 years ago. That shit's real. That shit is real. But I never got to get vaccinated. So it was intense. The first time, I had been vaccinated twice. It was maybe a day and a half. Because I got the jab again. They're going to kill me. If it does, it still is my soul journey. It's what's supposed to happen. If I have long COVID, it's supposed to happen. Again, I don't control that. I can only do what I'm guided to do. If I say something that I want to do and they don't say no, or they don't stop me, right? Then I do it. That's our future. They'll always stop you from making a massive mistake. They will always stop you if you allow them to guide you. If you're following astrology, trust me, astrology in the future is going to make it so much less complicated than what it is now. Because we're in that fifth or sixth dimensional energy, which is just absolutely pretty freaking good, right? Because when you're in 5D, your brain don't think about anything. I chill all day long. My focus is to walk the dog 5 times a day. Eat at the right times. Do some business if I have to, right? Do my memberships, things like that. Do my every month's Wednesday call with everybody in the memberships that wants to join our Zoom, right? 7 o'clock on Wednesday nights for an hour, hour and a half, 2 hours almost. Whatever we got to take. So everybody gets seen, everybody gets heard. Because everybody's on that journey, which is so wonderful. If I could post a freaking video, I would post a freaking video. I've got them, but I'm not going to post them. You would be like, what the fuck? I can't believe that person shapeshifts. I can't believe that person goes on these journeys. Out-of-body journeys. I didn't even know about it till they said something about it. That's cool shit. Stuff that I can't do. That's our journey, right, guys? We don't know who we're going to be. I know that I have dreams of shape-shifting into a wolf. I always wondered, wow, I didn't understand why that happened. Why was I a dog? Why was I a wolf? Why was I a wolf? I don't understand why I turned into a wolf. I don't get it. I'm on 4 legs. Yeah. In Skokie, Illinois, downtown Skokie, Illinois, from John Landon, is that his name? With the Uncle Buck movie and Pretty in Pink and all those types of movies, right? He was on, I really believe it was in Skokie. And I'm a freaking dog, wolf, walking down the street on 4 legs in a dream. Now I understand why. See? So shape-shifting, astral travel, all this stuff is real. All that stuff is real. You'll be less third-dimensional. And guess what? They're going to take you no matter what. So it's better for you just to go, okay, I need to allow this and I need to work on myself. I need to work on my ego. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Ego, that's not true, that's a lie. Say that stuff out loud so you hear it. It goes right to your brain. And ego goes, oh, whoa, wait a minute. How come this human that I've been with since they came to the planet thousands of years ago, why now is my human pushing back on me? I'm trying to save his life. I don't need his help anymore. I did that for 9 months. Gosh, before the pandemic. Because I was sitting in my chair one day and I was thinking about stuff and it was not good. And Spirit said, that's not true, that's a lie, Bill. Bill, that's a lie. Bill, tell ego out loud that's a lie. Okay, so I did. And it worked. 30 seconds. But guess what? 30 seconds, that baby came right back with different narrative about the same thing. Poor me. Till finally went, okay, I did it for 9 months straight. And Spirit is like, okay, now you got to teach it. How do I teach that? By telling people how to do it. Because it works, guys. Mine's right back here on trigger every day of my life. Ready to change, ready to take me right back to who I was before. It happened with the car. It happened with the chimes. See? Was it a week? No. Less than a day. But the chimes, Bill, you can't throw those away yet because you're going to throw them away when you move. Okay. I thought they were done. No, Bill, you're emotionally attached to those. You've had them for almost 30 years, which is true. But now they're sick because there's only one bar and the circle. But that baby's still rock and roll. Ding, 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 ding. See? Yeah, there you go. So as long as we're on the same page, as long as we allow them without voice, Spirit just said this. If I went to throw the chimes away and I didn't hear stop, if I didn't hear that, and then everything that came after that, they would grab my heart and squeeze it. No, 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 no. If I'm not allowing them to guide me verbally. Yeah. But I've been clairvoyant since I was 8 years old, so you know what? It's kind of I've always been there, right? Kind of a blessing, but also kind of a curse. But that's why now it's all about that. It's all about allowing them to lead us with guided meditations on YouTube, messages about all kinds of cool stuff on all the socials. I mean, I get stuff on Facebook Reels that blows my freaking mind. Freaking mind. And many of those things I post on my Bill Clairvoyant, my Bill Hobart, and my Bill Hobart Clairvoyant Medium Psychic page on Facebook. Yes, Adrian, we're down to one bar and the circle that rings the chimes. Yeah. That's how that goes. If you're not willing to allow them to guide you into that, they're going to take you through it anyway. Only in a more serious manner than what it would be if you finally surrender, that word, surrender, and let them move you forward. Everything will start to change in your life, I'm telling you. It will change your freaking life. As well as you talking to your ego, telling it that it's not true, that's a lie, and changing that narrative in your head to nothing. To nothing. To nothing. My head, my body is completely clear of anything. Anything. Do I like that? I love it. Because most of my life, it's been chatter. Because I was receiving all these messages from, didn't know what it was. Didn't know what it was. But I knew how to do things that I'd never been taught how to do. Past life. Them. And me automatically talking out loud to my guys, not knowing who they were, right? Saying, well, how do I know how to do that? How do I know how to change a tire? How do I know how to use a screwdriver? My father never taught. I had two older brothers and a father. They did all that stuff. Billy wasn't doing it. I was too pretty. I'm not doing that. I don't have to. That's their job. Privilege. Expectation. I was blessed that way. My two older brothers were 5 and 6 years older than I was. I was 5. They were 12 and 13. Yeah. Kind of worked. Worked for me anyway. That's why I chose it to be like that. So as we go forward, allow yourself to be led. Allow yourself to be shown. Allow yourself to be the human that you're supposed to be. As you go from being 20% spiritual to 30% spiritual to 35% spiritual, 40% guided, 45% guided, 50% guided, your freaking life will change. 100%. Even if you have to go out and work in the world, your life will change. Things will bother you as bad. You may change jobs. You may buy a new house. Maybe do all these things to get out of the energy. Like my stuff, I've had it since, well, some of the plants are 38 years old. Right? They've moved with me 7, 8, 9 different times. In that length of time. Yeah. See? What about the energy? We know what the energy is. Third dimension. I mean, the plants are larger now that I'm not with Lee, because the energy of my house is better. It's wonderful. It's back to Bill being Bill. So the rubber tree's 4 times bigger in 2 years. The poem is bigger. Much bigger. The tree that the aliens came through is now 15 feet tall. Rubber tree's 12 feet tall. The one plant for my mom's funeral from 1988 it's 17 feet tall. Again, right? It's like, yeah, it is what it is. My lilies, I have 7 lilies in my pot. Wonderful. That came out of nowhere. Spirit just went, good send off. True. But somebody's taking all my plants to a brand new home. Yeah. Awesome. I'm going to get my furniture away and all my belongings away to a resettlement place in Pontiac that resettles people who have been through a fire or have never had a place and they need stuff. I got good stuff. See? My prints, right? All over my house. Yeah, it all goes together. They're going to take the whole freaking thing. Leaving what no longer serves me behind as I move forward and then I move to Hawaii with Days, wherever she's at. Yeah. See? Do I know all of this? Yeah, because they told me so. Again, the chimes will go in the garbage once we pack our stuff in my one suitcase, shorts, t-shirts, tank tops, sneakers. Yeah. I don't need it anymore. But you don't need it anymore. But I love it because it's attached to me. Yeah. Well, I love it. That's why I still have one chime and the circle that makes it chime. Because it's really sad. It's really sad looking. But it still does the same thing. It still does the job. And for me, I love the sound because it does it 24 hours a day. Yeah. Thanks, Adrian. Yeah. See? So this is what the future is, guys, is leaving what no longer serves you, allowing it to be cleared, and moving on to your next journey, moving on to your next excitement, moving on to your next adventure, right? Again, deciding that working all the time is not beneficial to you. If you get offered a vacation for 3 or 4 days in California, you take it when all you gotta do is buy your airfare. If you can do that. If not, drive someplace that's warm. Because, honey, we need warm weather. Trust me, it's been a long, tough winter. And it's coming back again for the next 5 days. Sucks. We had 75 degrees the other day. But it was nice for 2 days in a row. It was nice. Felt like spring, smelled like spring. But as we go forward, we're headed into spring, right? What is it, 10 days? Not even that, 8 days. Spring starts in 8 days. Then it's on to summer. The 21st of July. Yeah, then it goes downhill from there. Transformation every year, right? We go through the seasons, it's transformation. Allow yourself to do the same thing without having any boundaries on it. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. No, I can't do that. Okay, why can't you? Again, we understand financial stuff. We understand all those types of things, right? But they're not going to take you any place you're not supposed to go, and they're going to take care of you in that respect. They take care of you every day. They take care of it every day. Adrian and I totally agree. Daylight savings time is the best thing ever. I don't want it in the winter time because it's too dark. Spring and summer, it's the best. Especially in Michigan, especially in Metro Detroit, when it's light outside at 9:45. And we wake up in the morning and it's 5:45. And that sun is kicking ass. Yeah, that's my day. That's my time. That's my time. So, anyway, I say it's after 4. Like I said at the beginning, I was guided to lower the prices on readings, okay? 30-minute readings are $65. 60-minute readings are $105, okay? To the end of the month. That is because the world is so freaking crazy that they wanted people to be able, if they could, to afford a half an hour reading. It always goes for longer than that, unless I'm booked. And find out what's going on for them, for that person. right? Being available for people without spending $125 on half an hour reading, or even $85 on half an hour reading when they're on special, right? So that's available. Tell your friends about that stuff. If it shows up on your Facebook, will you share it for me? That'd be great. The more the merrier, right? I've got 4 places open in the memberships. Okay. There's 5 different levels. I think I posted some of the levels today on my Facebook page. Just some different characteristics of each. It's a great, amazing tribe of people. We have a once monthly Zoom call on Wednesday at 7 o'clock. In fact, it's next Wednesday. We usually get 15, 20 people out of the 30 that join us. Everybody gets to talk. Everybody understands. It's such a collective of amazing people. It is ridiculous. I am truly blessed to lead this because every week it blows every month it blows my mind. Blows my freaking mind. That's where the time travel comes in and leaving their bodies and all that kind of cool stuff. Astral travel. Yeah. So, billhobart.com for that stuff. And if you guys would, I'm going to post this on YouTube. If you would go over and like the video and leave a comment, even if it's just, hey, Bill, a lot of emojis, like 10 emojis, whatever, I would appreciate that. Because the channel's in the process of growing. It's, there's some people who have really promoted it for me without me asking, which is wonderful. Again, it's them. And people are coming on board. So I really appreciate that. So if you guys could do that for me, I would really appreciate it. Any questions, you know where to find me. Okay, call me on the phone. You know my phone number. If you don't, it's on my webpage. You can Facebook message me. Don't feel like you're bothering me because you're not. Okay. You can also email me. Okay. Again, it's on my Facebook page. It's also on my website, billhobart.com. All that stuff's on there too. All right. I don't want it on there, but my web person, but you got to. Okay, fine. So yeah. So anyway, thanks for joining me on the program. I so appreciate it. We had a pretty good crowd today. And I'm thanking you for that. I'm thanking them for that. The message was pretty good. It's been grinding in me for about 12 hours. So, yeah. And like I said, questions, comments, anything like that, put them on Facebook. You can put them on here if you want to. Only thing about that is, or questions, I will answer them, but I'll take this off about 8 o'clock tonight because it's already on the YouTube channel. Okay. So if you got questions, leave them here. I'd rather you put them on the YouTube channel so that people can see the response to the question, because you're going to teach them. They may have the same question, not feeling like they can ask. Bother me. It's okay. It's okay if you bother me. Okay. So thanks, guys. I'll see you next Thursday for Coaching for the Soul. Thursdays at 3. Now let's see if I can shut it off.